Hey guys, welcome back, and let's fix this back, shall we? Now we need to think how to do this, right? I mean, these cables don't make any sense, okay? So let's move them to backup, right? So we, visually we're not disturbed. Now there are many ways in which we could handle all this, okay? One of them would be to run cables from the back of each of these and connect them to the next one, okay? So we could run cables like this outside, yeah? But this would create like a weird pattern, okay? We could run cables like this, okay? So one cylinder will be pointing this way and another this way, and then, cables would be running like this. But that makes no sense, because the easier way would be to run them directly. Another way of doing this would be to run cable from here to here, which would be kind of cool, or even from here vertically up, and down to here. So extrude a circle or like a cylinder this way and run a cable, this way, right? I'm not sure which one will be visually the best, so I'm going to try to do it with a cabulator. So Shift-C. And if you don't have a cabulator, you're going to have, you're going to struggle a bit because this thing is really fast. And like I said, the easiest way to create these cables, right, is with cabulator, and it's really, $10, guys. So it's not a big expense, and I would suggest you get it because I'll show you later what you can do with it when we're gonna be arranging all these cables. It's just insane. You can edit like 10, 20, 50 cables at the same time. So the power of this is incredible, which is why it was incorporated into HardOps, right? So when you go to HardOps, you can see cabulator under mesh tools, right? So if you don't have cabulator, the way to create cables is the same way as I showed you in here with this cable. So go back to the video and have a look. I'm not gonna do it again because there's no point. It's the same solution. So you either you do it with verts. So you create a plane and then you merge the verts, or you simply could go to preferences here and add extra mesh objects, and there's a vert option too, so you could add vert and extrude it around and then change it to a curve, and then use HardOps the curve extract, right? Or you could do it from an existing edge, when in this case it's going to be rather difficult because we don't have the shape. But like I said, the easiest way to do this is with with this add-on. So I would really suggest you get it, right? So we could do something like this, you see, and create kind of like a cabling here and sort of play with the design, right, of each of them. And it will be interesting, in fact. I don't think that structurally it's going to make a lot of sense though, but it would be interesting indeed to have some cables, and we could make them smaller, so they don't have to be so huge. It could be a little bit smaller, right? Another way of running this would be from this one to this one, right? So one more time, Shift-C and run it from this one to this one. This will be another way of running this, right? So press S to make it larger and D to change the tension, okay? So, but then again, you see, if we do this one, right, there's how we're gonna connect these two. That's just not gonna happen. Also, it's gonna create like a weird pattern around this mech, and I'm not really sure about this. Another idea would be to create a vertical cylinder. It's not vertical, I mean horizontal, sorry. So our RY90, and we're gonna bring it in here, right? Make it smaller and sort of longer, and go to side view, orthographic, and drop it in here, make it smaller like this, right? So each of these would have like a cylinder built in, and from this cylinder we would have cables going on. So for example, would be something like this, going from here to here, right? A little bit thicker because reasons. That will do. And, you know, we go to edit mode and we move this one a little bit to the back, right? Oops, not this one, this one. This one to the back, okay? So something like this, and maybe a little bit higher like this, okay? Something like that. And this should be lower, right? And maybe we could connect this one, this one, so this one to this one, okay? Something like this, right? And make it, you know, thicker, okay? And go to, whoops, one more time. From here to here. Make it a bit, actually, this was fine. Yeah, see? This is pretty cool, right? This is pretty cool. Or we could just make one, you know, and leave this alone. But it would be cool to have some kind of an interest at the back, you know. So we could just copy paste this, you know, and see how it looks. Just, you know, a dirty copy paste, right? So something like this, you know. And to select it and change pivot to cursor, okay? So they're gonna rotate both of them at the same time, right? And then G and move them here, and Shift D, move them here, and cursor to select it and rotate it. Come on, rotate it and move it here, right? More or less, you know, Shift D. I'm just, you know, I want to see how it looks, okay? Trying to visualize this. It's sometimes easier to literally apply something. So this will be on both sides. I don't know, you know, I don't know if this is not too much, okay? I don't know if it's not too much. It kind of looks cool though. And this will be, of course, on both sides, yeah? So, we would do something like this, right? And these should be mirrored as well. There you go. So something like that. It looks pretty cool. It looks actually complicated. I kind of like this. You know, this actually looks pretty freaking badass, to be honest. I like it. Let's see how it's gonna look from the front, because it's also important here. So Shift D and cursor to select it, rotate it. Sometimes you need to visualize stuff, and the best way to do it is just, you know, create like a mock-up setup, okay? And then we're gonna be one more, yeah? So, because there's one more, I think, yeah? Am I correct? Oh no, this is it. So we need to move this one on x-axis to fit it, right? So there you go. And let's see how it looks from the front. Yeah, see, that's a little bit, I'm not sure about this one, yeah. I'm not sure about this one. It doesn't look too good from the front, to be honest. Where is it? Here. Yeah, this looks a bit off. This looks a bit off, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look clean. It looks cool on the top, but not here. So this would need to go, or we need to create some kind of a different way of, you know, kind of plugging it in. Maybe we could change the design here a little bit, and if this is gonna be narrower, yeah, this is gonna look weak. Right. Well, what we could do is we could rotate this, you know, 90 degrees, right? So RZ90, not 80, RZ90. Move them to the sides, right? And then instead of doing this, we could do something else. So for example, we could run it from here to here, right? And increase the strength, all right, like this. This is also an option, okay? Come on. This is also an option. I think this is actually maybe this is even better, you know? Hey, this is, I think, better. So these would be like that, and the other ones would be different, okay? This could make sense. Let's connect them here. How are we looking? You know, I kind of like this. I really like this. This is the better solution, right? And then, how would we... The only question is, how would we connect the first one? Maybe the first one wouldn't be connected at all. So, let's rotate it. And also, we could rotate them like this, you see. So we could sort of... yeah, this would work, and from the front would be the least obstructive way. We could actually have, you know what, the front one connected to from here. So Shift Alt C, create cable, and you know, connect it maybe like this or something. Okay. But this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Or to the front here, but I don't think this is a good idea, you know. We could have connection in here. Or just leave it alone, you know. This could be just like a supporting piece or something. Because I'm digging this. And I'm digging this one definitely, right? This is pretty cool. So... this should be mirrored across this one. Whoa. Never mind that. Alright, well, I think this is what we're gonna do. It looks good from these angles here. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. I like it. So let's remove all these. And this one as well. And these, and these, and these, right? Okay. So now we need to think how to mount it. So let's move the cursor to origin. And in fact, you know what, let's move it here. So shift right click, you're gonna mount it in here. And let's grab a cylinder, okay? Now we need like about 40 of these, not more, and sharpen it. And then let's go back to, let's go to the back view and rotate it. You can hold control, you can see when it's 90 degrees. Let's, you know, make it larger. And now what I want to do is create some kind of, you know, I'm going to drop this to selected and this one to cursor, so it's in the middle, okay? And then GY, move it outside, I have an idea, and move it up and make it larger, but not on x-axis. Make it larger like this, like a canister in the back, you see what I mean? And then we can actually move it a little bit higher here. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to insert it on both sides and extrude it. So Alt S. So what I did is I press one more time. Let me show you. So you insert it. This is too deep. Let's insert it like that. Then extrude it. So E. Cancel it with right mouse button and Alt S, and move your mouse to the left. Okay. I mean up or down, depending which way you want to go. And I think this is too thick. And then GY, and let's move them outside. Will this work? Yeah, these are too big, so let's insert them like this, and E, cancel, Alt S, and do something like this. Maybe what we should do is we should this is gonna be too big in it. It's a little bit too big. So make it a bit smaller and a bit longer. The only problem is now you see that we have this maybe that's not the best way to do it. We have this we would need to carve this in. So maybe a better way of doing it would be to Shift D this, make it smaller, move it to this side, and then rotate it. So rotate it away from this side. So let's go to the side view, the other side view, and now rotate it like this on Z maybe. This is gonna be really difficult to position, because I wanna rotate it. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Grab this face and go to global and face orientation custom. Now we can rotate it on x-axis. Was it B or Z? Which one is gonna be? Let me see. Or X? X, right. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, perfect. Now GXZ. Move it in here. There we go. Now you're talking. And then mirror this to the other side, right? Oh yes, that's what I want. And now we can make this one a bit smaller, yeah? And let's see how we're looking. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So let's shape this, shall we? So select both faces and let's apply scale. Let's chamfer this, okay? Then let's run 2 loops in here. Okay, and let's, extrude them. And then we're gonna run face mode, run EM macro on them and extrude them outside and scale them on X a little bit. Oh, we need to change the orientation to global. There we go. Whoa, what's going on? SX. Run 3 with machine tools and do it again. Don't know what happens over there, but there we go. So something like this. And let's see this. Let's chamfer this. Nice. Yeah, that will do. And the middle part, right? So let's Q and Shift extract and then scale it a little bit and we should be good, right? A bit more. Alright, so in fact the easier way to do this would be simply to run a loop in here and then extrude it and Alt S outside and maybe scale it a bit too, right? So sharpen, there we go. Alright, how are we looking? Is it not too vulgar? That's a question, right? It's a bit big, it's a bit big. Let's make it a bit smaller. Cursor to select it and change the cursor, pivot the cursor, there we go. Maybe this is better, not so crazy, right? Something like this. Now what we could do, right, is drop a cursor here and drop another cylinder and RY90 and smooth this out and make it a bit larger and simply difference. So there would be like a carving in this. We could make this a bit different though, so wait a minute. Grab these two and extrude them. Inset them, sorry. Extrude and cancel. Extrude and cancel and then Alt S. Do the same trick and chamfer them deep like this and see how we're looking. But this is pretty cool, actually. This is pretty cool. Let's add some weighted normals so we can see a nice shading. This could work. This could work. Now I'm thinking if, for example, wouldn't it be nice to, instead of having this, right? So, let's delete the faces and combine this back. So we could actually try to bridge this. Right click and loop tools and bridge. If you don't have bridge option, go here and enable loop tools, okay? This is a Blender native add-on, so very useful. Now what we could do is run this, could make it a little bit wider and go to face mode and run the curve extract, right? A large one, okay? Like this. And let me see this even wider than this, okay? Something like that, right? Select the faces, and in fact, probably what we need to do is chamfer this, but we can't chamfer because it's enough. Let's sharpen this. Let's chamfer this and checker deselect. Come on, checker deselect. Insert it and EM macro inside, yeah. And then switch to individual origins and scale it like this. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It looks like a machine now. And this would need to be sunk in or combined with this, right? Somewhat. But we could work on this. What probably we're gonna do is we're gonna just copy this piece all over again, you know, because it's gonna be easier, right? So that's how we're gonna solve this conundrum. But now looks like we're good. So what we need to do is have another cut here, right? So grab this, another curve extract like that. I'll make it bigger so we can see it, and go to solidify. Where is it? This one, right? Yep. Modify, solidify, make it a bit smaller. There you go. And sharpen and difference and hide it. See? There we go. In fact, we need to make it a bit wider. So SX and scale it a bit like this, right? Need to have some space for it. There you go. Now you're talking. All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like it. I like it. These things should go deeper, so extrude them. We could either extrude them or... Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's try to step back a bit, then Control Q, and not the faces, not what I wanted. Control Q, and let's use Shift to move ourselves a little bit. Select this face here, this one, and Control click here, like this, okay? Now, this should create like a curve, and move this one a little bit here. That's cool, like this. We could actually mark this, you know, or we could split it, you know. So GG and move it in here. Now let's split it with few bevels, and now we got this kind of like a curved shape, you see, which is pretty cool. So let's go with this one, shall we? Let's power save this. Looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool. And what we can do is sink it a little bit deeper, right? So go to side view, the other side view, there we go, and just sink it a bit deeper. Kind of like this, even deeper, you know. A little bit lower. Are we good? Not really. GZ, bit lower. So let's grab this mod scroll, whatever. It's just a stupid name, man. I can't remember this name. This one is a little bit clipping here. You see that? So we could make it teensy weensy bit bigger, yeah. So, or what we could do is grab something like this, and you know, E cancel and Alt S, and simply extrude it a bit deeper. So it's something like this here, right? And this would do. Although it doesn't look very appealing. It does not look very appealing. We're gonna move it lower. GZ and move it lower. That's too low. There we go. Okay, so it's now sunk quite deep, and we should be happy. So now let's insert it, and you know, create this kind of like a cable opening. And this cable not gonna be so huge, so we're gonna make it a bit smaller, right? That's better. Okay, and then we need to copy this, you know, to the bar. We wanted to insert it in here, right? So we will need to copy this. In fact, we're gonna do it with 1, and then we're gonna copy everything down. So let's chamfer this, scale this in, and you know, this is still too big. So what we're gonna do is insert it a bit more, and then drop it down, and maybe create like a small chamfer here, you know. Yeah, this will do. So now let's try to connect these two with a cable. So let's click this one and Shift Alt C and connect these two with a cable S to scale it. And let's see now. This is a little bit too crazy, so also this needs to be moved to the left. Yep, pretty much. Still too crazy, so we can adjust it with hard ups a bit. And now this one needs to go down and to the right in global. GYGZ. Okay. And the tension is to be fixed. So now let's you know, change this a bit so it flows better in here, right? Like this. And also I would prefer it to flow this. Let's go to side view. Something like this, maybe. I think this is too long. Maybe we're gonna make this one longer. GX. Something like that. maybe. We need to literally copy this, these spines, because I'm not gonna be recutting this on every single one of them. They would be just, crazy. Although we could, technically we could do this, but it wouldn't be easier to just simply copy them, I think this is gonna be easier, right? To simply grab these and, like remove this one to backup, or yeah, to backup is okay. To backup, right? And then just grab this, and this, and all these. In fact, we could parent them, so we don't have to reselect them every time. Let's apply the cutters here. So let's multiply, and let's select all these, and let's move it here. So Shift D, and or in fact Alt D. Alt D. This will create an instance. It's gonna be a bit annoying. Move cursor here and rotate on cursor, but go to side view. Needs to be rotated a bit more, so rotate just a little bit more, yeah. And probably moved closer here, so yep, perfect. Okay, that's 2. Now let's remove this one to backup, and let's select all these again. Do we have all of them? No, we don't. No, we do. Side view, Alt D, and a little bit lower, somewhere here. Cursor here, and let's rotate it. Move it lower. Move it a bit outside so it doesn't, touch here. You don't want it to. We are a little bit too close, in my opinion. So let's select all these. Oops. I think we just tinned the wings a bit too close, Something like this. Yeah, this one is too close too, so move it a little bit further, yeah? So somewhere here. And rotate it a bit more. And move it a bit lower, so somewhere here. Let me see this. Rotate on X a bit. Yep. That's good. That's good, I think. Select these and move them to backup. Select all these and move them again. Side view. Alt D. And let's move this cursor back here. And let me see that. This should be lower and rotate it like this. Oops. I think this is a little bit too. Move it in here. So this one can move a little bit to the top. Because you see, I don't want to encroach on this part here, right? So move it a little bit outside here, and then rotate it a bit more like this. There we go. Kind of like that, you see. Okay. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to work on how these are actually connected in here. So we will have to work this out, but we can do it later on. So let's select these. Okay. Let's save this because it's a lot of work. All right. Now this will need to be a little bit different, right? So we're gonna create some different capacitors in here, kind of like, you know, popping this way. So let's grab a cylinder and RX90 and sharpen this and bring it down. So bring it down here and scale it. Now we can turn off this back to individual origins, and let's grab this and go to local, and we need to align them. Okay, so rotate them a bit, you know, make them larger like this, and sync them in to the geo like that. GX, you know, here, perfect. Make them bigger and then a bit lower, and we need to make sure that it actually syncs properly into geo. So you know, like this, right? Add some loops because we don't need it. We could do some EM macro tricks, so with Alt SZZ and scale them on. Come on, SZZ. Sharpen, there we go. Move this a little bit outside. Yep, nice. Okay. And we could actually merge it, you know, sort of merge it with this part, yeah. So combine it, this one with this one. So booleans and union. Hide this and sharpen. Let's go to our edit mode and fix this drama here. And that's the only thing we're gonna have to fix, to be honest. And let's, you know, mirror this. Whoops. Let's mirror this across the chassis. Okay. Right. Perfect. In fact, all of these should be mirrored across the chassis. So. We're gonna have to move these ones to the middle a bit, so press W to turn off this box cutter because it's causing problems. If you don't know which mode you're in, you always need to have this on. So I have it turned off because did we not copy the fascinating. Okay. Now the trick to do this is Shift S and cursor to select it. This one, yeah. So Alt D, okay, and move it to cursor. Here to select it, yeah. Alt D and to cursor and sort it. And it should be a little bit smaller, so and all is good. Now what the hell this went? What the hell? Alt H. Hide cutters. Fascinating. I don't know where did I lose it, but not Shift D. Alt D. Alt D and to the cursor. And we're gonna make it a bit bigger, so alright. So now we're good. Let's remove this one and let's, you know, let's chamfer this and in fact chamfer it a bit more. Properly chamfer this. This one is not no. We need to apply scale here. Otherwise we're gonna have a non-circular chamfering, which is not ideal. Okay, so this, and you know we're going to connect these two, so it's all good. We're gonna connect these two. Now we got some shading issues in here, so what we can do is simply remove this, and this should fix it. If it doesn't fix it, you know, you just drop additional a loop in here, and probably what we're gonna have to do is move it outside the bevel range, right? And you should be fine. The bevel should be changed here to weight, so it catches, you know, all these angles, and everything is peachy. All right, so now we need to run the cables, right? So Shift-Alt-C and create cable between this and this, S, and let's see, fix the tension a bit, so D, yep, and then next cable Q between this and this, and D, increase the tension a bit. The next cable Q between this and this. Now you see why you need cabulator, because it's just so bloody fast. You know what I mean? Q between this and this, okay, and then D and increase tension a bit. Yep, like this, perfect. Okay, now we can, you know, add Control 1 to all of these, so we can add a bit of sub D, so they're not so they're less jaggedy. Alt X and copy, and they should perfectly fit, and if they don't, it means we need to mirror this as well. So let's select all these and mirror them across this one. There we go. Select all these and mirror them across this one. Select all these and mirror them across this one. And this one too. And mirror them across this one. Okay. Perfetto. Whoa. Santa Maria, what's going on here? We probably have double mirror or something. Fine. Let's remove this mirror here. And let's mirror it properly. So reset the mirror. Oh, come on. What's going on in here? We got some double mirror here. There's a mirror here, right? So let's just remove this junk. Okay, so now we can mirror this. There we go. Remove this mirror and select all these and mirror. Nice. Remove the mirror. Select both. I mean all three and mirror. And I think this one too, right? So remove mirror and select all and Mirror. Finally. Good. Looking good. How are we looking from the front? Oh yeah, we're looking good. Now copy this one to the other side. Nice. Now that is nice. Okay, looking lovely. This one I'm gonna leave alone. And I'm gonna create some cool stuff on these. But this should do for now. Okay, perfect. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching, and I think that's enough for this part. It's been long enough as it is. And in next one, we're probably gonna start working on the guns. So catch you in the next part, guys.